Hi, I'm Penny Gomez, and welcome to Pop, Penny on Point with profiles on persons of interest. I'm coming to you today from the lovely Maracas, St. Joseph. Well, it's a special edition of Pop. It's the recap show. That's right. You notice I have my popcorn, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to also go get yours because we are going to be enjoying all our favorite moments of season 1 with you. But to do that, I've invited some special guests. Are you ready? You better be, because guess what? I hear doorbell. Let's go. Hey, it's Colin, our producer. Colin,
Hello.
Can I say welcome to Pop?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
do it.
well, come on in. And then it's Navindra, our director, and Cindy Ann Currency, who is our production assistant from season 1. Well, guys, we are ready to share all those wonderful moments that we had with you from season 1. I hope that you're ready. Hope you have your popcorn because let's go. Hi, I'm Penny Gomez, and welcome to Pop. Welcome to Pop. Welcome to Pop. Welcome to Pop. Pop, 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 pop. Penny on Point with profiles on persons of interest. This is a show where we get to know a different side to some of our favorite personalities, and we don't leave you out of the action. Go online, submit your guesses. That's right, and you do so for amazing prizes. I hear doorbell. Let's go see.
What's up, Penny?
Hey, welcome to Pop. And it's the Honorable Dr. Nyan Gatsby Dolly, Minister of Education. Thank Nessa Preppy has popped by. Welcome to Pop. Bonnet Bigford. It's JW. It's Nikki. It's Michaela Pandey. Hey, Ravi B, the man with love in his heart and rum in his veins. It's Palmer Nappe. It's Superintendent Roger Alexander. It's the Honorable Faris Alwari, Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to Pop. Hey, it is Cass.
How you
Hey,
doing?
how you going?
Okay.
Glad to have you. Cass, we home, but this time is my home.
Yes.
You're coming to. For 13 episodes of Pop Season 1, we took you to homes across Trinidad and Tobago, and we got to know some of our favorite personalities a lot better. Well, I'll tell you what, I was just here doing the interviews, but this takes a whole team of people to produce. So in bringing you some of our favorite moments from those 13 episodes, I had to really also share the spotlight with them. So you saw them coming through the door already, but I'll introduce them again. Colin Graves, our producer. Cindy Ann Currency, who was our production assistant for season 1. She's left to season 2, but it's okay. We forgive her. And Navindra, our director. Now, you may have heard me already probably calling out some of their names during some of the shows in the past, but now they're on set with me. I'm going to start with you, Colin, because I remember when we looked at doing this show and we said, we have a show to pitch to TTT. And I remember I sent it to you and I said, Colin, let's do this thing, you know, going from home to home. He said, what do you mean going home to home? I said, yeah. And we're going to call it Pop. And I remember I sent you the whole show via WhatsApp on about, 3 or 4 pages of WhatsApp. And I said, Colin, write this up and let's pitch.
I remember you actually went, I have this idea that in every episode, people are going to pop up at our house and I'm going to hear, is that a doorbell? And I was like, Penny, doorbells, people in Trinidad don't use doorbells.
I hear doorbell. Is that a doorbell I hear? I hear doorbell. I hear the doorbell. I hear a doorbell. Oh boy, let's see who's popped up.
And then, strangely enough, one season later, like that's the hook line for the show. Like everybody
I hear
sees
doorbell.
her as
I hear
Doorbell.
But yeah, that's how it started.
Yes.
And it was a telephone conversation
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the pandemic. It was like what, June, July 2020?
Yeah.
It was deep in the middle of the
Yeah, it was when everybody was having anxiety. We all were frightened. We didn't want to go
Yes.
anywhere.
It
Tired watching
was like,
TV.
it was like two months into the pandemic.
Yeah. And it was the main objective was let's put something that's positive energy out there
Yes.
to help people cope with pandemic. Whatever was
Fatigue.
it? Fatigue, anxiety, fears, all of those things.
But do you remember, in addition to that, we were just sort of grimacing over the fact that there was so much news that we were consuming about this pandemic, and it was just making us all bonkers.
Yep.
And we said, you know what? We have great local talent, interesting stories to tell that would just give people a pause from that whole pandemic. So the show was really meant to bring a little laughter and lightness to the situation
Yeah.
as we get to know our favorite people. So the team that we put together, because it started with us, the team that
Yeah.
very precise, very
Very deliberate.
very deliberate.
really?
So let's
really?
start with Navindra, our director. And you've heard me talk about him. Navindra is not only director, he's master buffer, he's master
King of
decor.
both.
He is everything decor, sound, light, everything. So Navindra, I remember what you said when we said, let's get Navindra. And what Navindra said, I don't know if
What
he
did I
knows.
say? I don't even remember.
You said, when you pitched to him, he said, yeah, that sounds really interesting. That sounds like something I would definitely want to do. So are you now regretting those words of it? As we're about to go into season 2.
No, so I mean, Colin is literally like one of the only people that will call me with an idea, and I would not even ask any questions, and I will just jump off with him. Right? I will jump off a cliff with Colin because I know his ideas are always solid.
Right.
Right? So kudos to you, Colin. So once Colin pitched the idea to me, I was on board one time because Trinidad needed some fresh local content. And that was my pet peeve, that I wanted to see more local content and more entertaining local content.
Yeah.
And a program like this delivered something like that.
Now,
And not only that-
Navindra, we always hear when people talk about the show about the international standard. It doesn't look like a local show. Can you talk a little bit about that? And Colin, and we come
No, that's exactly what I was
yeah,
going to touch
there you
on.
go.
Because we say local does not mean that it has to look low quality. Over the years, a lot of people associate local with low quality, but we have the talent, we have the equipment, we have everything here to be high quality. We produce high quality music, we produce high quality mass, we produce high quality art. Why can't we produce high quality TV, right? Yes, budgets are, and money is always a factor, but there are ways that we can cut corners and make things look good. And this is why I buff people, right, on the set. because I have a vision for how it needs to look. And then sometimes I need to coerce people into that vision.
That's a soft word.
Not me.
Coerce.
Cool.
You've always gotten level buff. All of us have gotten our buff.
I'm a perfectionist. And being a perfectionist does not mean that I'm perfect. It means that I strive for perfection. And I want this show to strive for perfection and be as close to perfect as possible. We can never reach there, but at least we can try. And in so doing, if we can inspire other shows and inspire other creators and inspire other talent, then so be it. Then we have done our job.
Yes, we have. And to Cindy, because Cindy, as you spoke about perfection, Cindy is a very sort of structured person. So we felt in picking her that she was going to bring an order, so we would, because we are creators, Colin and myself, very creative, kind of high level creativity. But then Cindy is about a nuts and bolts kind of person.
Yeah, she's the buffer part too.
Yeah, because I think we frustrated Cindy over Maybe that's why she's not with us in season 2. Cindy, what was your experience like?
But I remember, it's surprising when you talk about when you and Colin first started thinking about the show. And I
Yeah.
remember when you called me that day, I remember I pulled out my book, I had my pen.
See?
Okay, Penny, how many hours is this? How is
what
this
I
going to
mean?
go? Who are the guests? And I just started writing down everything. I hadn't said yes yet,
Yeah.
but I just started writing down everything. And I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. Yeah, let's try this now. Let's do this. And from then it was just like, just making sure that we had everything we needed and dealing with Navindra. I'd never met Navindra before. So the Navindra buff is
Wow.
classic, right? We'd
Yes.
be on set and you would hear either somebody's phone would ring or something would fall and everybody would stop and look and then slowly turn to Navindra and be like,
And if he didn't comment, you kind of felt a sense of,
I feel like they're trying to get back at me in front of the general public.
no. That's how it went. That's
But
how
one
it
of the
goes.
things that I really wanted to touch on is like, I hope people have an appreciation for also the amount of time and that
Yeah.
time that goes into the show. Like planning the show, like we've met every single week for the last year,
Yes,
even
yes.
multiple times a week, sometimes late into the night, come out on weekends. How many Saturdays and Sundays have gone into the production?
Yeah.
And I hopefully I would say that you see the outcome. Like
You do.
you see
Yeah.
You do.
a really
Yeah.
great quality
Yeah.
product.
And the energy is there, the right energy is there as well.
Yeah, because it came from a good place. It came from a
Yes,
really
it
genuine
did.
place.
Now let's talk about the composition of guests, because that too, people always ask, like we get tons of letters asking, can we get on your show? There actually is a science behind who gets on the show and who we select to be on the show. Colin, let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah, that's one of these social sciences. I don't know, entertainment sciences.
Yes.
For us to say, a lot of things go into that. We've discussed people who are relevant. We've discussed people who everybody. I mean, you start the show by saying profiles and personalities of interest, right? And that's what it is. It's like who the public might think interesting, and that changes so quickly. Somebody's relevant now, and then 2 weeks from now, they're absolutely irrelevant, and you really don't want to hear about them anymore.
Yes.
And for us, it is always this debate. Again, the team and the wider team that I know people would see later on that will often have, and Navinja, you have been, nobody cares about that person. Nobody would say about
I didn't think you would say
that. Is that guy, but it's the reality behind it. I mean, and the good thing is that the end result has been this composition of guests that people have really been interested in.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, every time we think about a guest, guys, it's not just we have to think about a guest. We have to think about who we pair with the guest, who is going to be the surprise. So that we have to look into the person's life to see who is a mentor, who might, you know, have some significance to them that we bring on to surprise them, who they absolutely might not think is going to come on and surprise them.
And then also sometimes we get a guest that we pair someone with that is a total opposite that we never thought would work, and it just works flawlessly.
And immediately, who do we think of there? Alexander.
I was going to say that.
Natalia.
And Ravi B.
Ravi. I thought about Ravi B. and Chris Garcia first.
And I actually thought that those were 2 of our best shows.
And that was very random because I remember when we were planning the Ravi B show, we were thinking who would be the guest. And then I remember talking to Penny, Chris Garcia. I mean, like, how could we find Chris Garcia? I mean, we found him on Facebook.
I remember that. How could we find
found him on Facebook. And I mean, he still sends messages. Tell the team hi.
We did not know if Chris was around, if he was in the country, where if we could get in touch with him.
But he was coming off of tour because he's a working artist.
So nice to be here. I just flew in all the way from home by me.
We've had some fantastic moments over the last, the first season of Pop. We're going to talk about our favorite or our funniest moments or tearjerker moments. Some of our guests are competitive guests. So a lot more still to come on Pop. So just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Get the popcorn. You see, we have ours here. Just go get yours. We'll be back after the break. All right, let's go.
Right, left, drip, splash, splash, splash.
Hey, splash. Body wet up, wet y'all, ready man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby.
Okay, and we're back with a recap show of Pop. We're looking at season 1. And before we went to break, we started talking about guests. And we have had some tremendous guests, but what's been really important is how we pair the guests and the surprise guests that we brought on. So some of these surprises and the reactions have been really impressive.
Yeah.
So what stands out for you? Because I know which one stands out for me. Let's start with you, Navindra.
For me, I always like the Ravi B and the Chris Garcia show.
Yeah.
That stood out for me because Ravi was starstruck. See,
he was.
See Ravi starstruck for Chris Garcia. But Chris is a legend. Right? But to see Ravi, it looked like a little he looked like a little child, right? Seeing as his favorite superhero.
True.
Hey, look, Chris Garcia, right?
Movement! Wait.
Why? Please.
And
do you remember that we wanted to touch Chris's hair?
Yes.
Because we all wanted to see, I'm no joke, guys, if it was real or not. And it was so real. I mean, like this hair, he has so much hair.
I remember we were all speculating like weeks before the show.
Shamefully. Yes.
Yeah, and then Chris had to give us the story of how he had to cut his own hair because he was fed up of the hairdressers touching his, not only touching his hair, but touching other parts of
his body. Yes. Melissa. And Melissa, let me introduce Melissa. Melissa is actually your makeup artist. And Melissa has been doing a great job. I make her very miserable behind the scenes. Do I, Melissa, though?
I've grown to know what you like.
That's
And,
yes.
and and we gel well because I really handle you well under stress and calm you down.
Yes,
Yeah,
she does.
so
Melissa is the selfie boss on set.
yeah.
yes,
yeah.
I am.
People- so-
No, it's more like capturing the moment.
Yes,
When you
yeah.
are flustered, let's take a break, take a selfie, and back to work.
Somebody should be taking a selfie of me, or I should be taking a selfie of me looking upset while you taking a selfie. And stopping the
I
whole
try to
production.
do it during breaks.
tries
I
to do
never
it
know when you.
discreetly.
Yeah.
Yes.
She tries to do this
She
quickly, but it never
does.
works.
So, Melissa, your favorite pairing and surprise?
I really enjoyed when you had Jason, JW.
Yeah.
He was sober, very calm. His disposition was not like what
not
we...
sober as he's a drunkard.
Oh, no. His disposition
Yeah,
was very sober.
Yeah.
And that took me off guard because he's normally very jubilant and,
Hype.
back in... hype. So that was a nice pairing with... He didn't have a pair.
No, and that's the thing, eh? That
Yes,
is
he
the
did not
one
have a
show
pair, so-
that we did not have
Yeah.
any guests.
So that stood out.
Yes.
He wasn't paired. I know you asked for pairing, but he actually was good on his own.
Yeah.
And
As
we
most
got
of
him
our
in a
guests
different,
are,
and we got him in a
yes.
different setting, which was good.
And what we liked about his own is that he did explain why he is how he was on
Yeah.
set, as opposed to
Transition.
how he is
Yes.
in public.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, what about you?
Me, hands down, without a doubt, Nikki Crosby and Penelope Spencer. I think if you were thinking
Yeah.
about friendship goals in life
Yeah.
and what
they
authenticity
love up, yeah.
and a genuine friendship is like, there was no pretensiveness on that set that day. From the time the Penelope surprised Nikki, the entire crew was laughing. We laughed the entire show.
Yeah, we did.
cried in between.
Yeah, we
We
did.
all, and there were so many moments that never make it on to the final edit that just behind the scenes and just seeing how they support each other and helping each other
Yeah.
with outfits and different things.
But do you remember that even with that same Penelope Spencer, Nikki Crosby show that our song guy, Nicholas, I'm calling you out, Nicholas was so much taken up in what was happening on the set, he forgot to record. So here's a venture asking, Nicholas, you got that right? No, I wasn't rolling.
No, but you have to say there was like a perfect take of like
Yes.
the perfect moment.
And Nicholas just totally forgot because he was so
audio.
taken with it.
But not only that, yes, as Colin said, there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and it's so humorous, and we laugh and we enjoy ourselves, and it's fun. That people don't get to see. The show is not only just entertaining for the audience, it's entertaining for us as well. Because a lot of the things that when guests speak, we are being entertained. These
Yes.
things, they don't understand that we don't take these things in multiple takes. This is happening almost as live.
That's right.
Right?
It's one take, guys, that he gives me one take. He's that dread. I don't get to do it for anything.
Prunes. And after that, I swear I'm never going to eat black prunes again.
Penny, stop. Penny, stop.
There were many instances where Colin would burst out laughing when there's a joke on set, and we had to remind him, you are part of this
Yes,
crew.
very much so.
We don't have a live
see
audience.
how you say it. Shut up, Colin.
We have a live audience thanks to Colin.
But on that same note, like we've learned so much about people, and just you didn't ask, but I'm turning it out there. That episode with I always remember Basdio Pandey and Michaela Pandey.
Wait a minute.
A week
It's not
ago.
ballroom dancing and all that kind of thing, It's crazy dancing. She's talking about
So Marshall.
the Marshall Montano and that sort of thing.
Oh my word.
But Basdio Pandey was literally like a storyteller, and the entire crew was like looking at for
enraptured.
even what's not on camera, like for the hours that he spent with us that day, he just had so many stories, and everybody just. And that's just
And I think that was his first time cooking.
I'm gonna give it a turn. Come on. Turn it.
Which way, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Any way you want, just put it on the ground. Never did this before in your life, my dad.
Oh my God.
Well done.
Him as coming on as a surprise guest to Michaela Pandey was a big one for me. And you're right, because this was the first time ever in his life that he had to go into the kitchen and cook. You know what else was a really nice surprise? When we surprised Fawn and Bigfoot for a Christmas special with her son. And you have no idea what it took us to get the son here, because obviously he's small, a little child, and they all live in the same house. This is Vaughnette's son, Isaiah. This is what happens on Pop. It doesn't get any better than this.
having to talk to her husband while they're in the same house, trying to figure out how she was going to leave and drive down here and how her husband was going to leave not too long after, because of course we needed him on set.
Yeah.
How we were going to hide him for the
Yes.
whole time of while they were here. And then of course was how, at what moment were we going to really bring him into the surprise? And that was
Yeah.
just, that was touching for Christmas special. It was really
it
nice.
really was.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it's just to say, you say, gee whiz, it's Christmas.
Sing that, let me hear.
Gee whiz, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And then as a kid, you don't know what to expect. You know, they could just do anything.
Well, we've had some moments at the Kes show when we
With
did Kes
his
and his
daughter.
daughter. And, not for the life of me, this child, love her, adorable. But, she was very chatty off camera, but on camera, to me, we a
Silence.
lot of prompting.
Hi, Papa. Oh, all right, Papa.
Yes, Daddy.
But once we did the wedding game, not the wedding game, it was the
she was real.
it was the shoe game. Yes,
She
the
was
shoe game.
real in that game. It was like, Daddy, I'm calling you out.
Yes, that's when the fun
That
started.
is where it started. Even when I think about the Honorable, the Attorney General, and his mother.
If you really want to see me cry, talk some more about her.
Okay.
I think they said it was the first time that they ever did an interview together, or the first time they appeared on
First time.
TV,
Yeah.
anything like that together. And he was like, how did y'all even make this happen? That's what we do.
That's what we do on Pop, You know what else we do on Pop? Yeah, they make me change, into this different look sometimes every week. There's a little bit of a challenge. What will I wear for each show? So, and we know that we do our Pop or Flop with our guests. So we're not calling it Pop or Flop, but we're calling it. Colin, what are we going to call it?
We had no flops. It was just fashion popping whole season. Popping
I
whole
don't
season.
think I popped every time, but we thought we would look back at what we thought popped or maybe didn't really pop as much. So let's take a look.
As I pull my
Critiquing ourselves.
nifty laptop, I don't know
Yes.
if you remember those shots of me lying down on the floor because of tight spaces.
Yeah.
to get
We do it all here in Pop.
Show number one.
Show number one. Nadia looking very cool and chic there. This was the very first show, guys. So we were just working out, we know we wanted cool Caribbean colors. So
And Pop is represented in pink.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's
Love-
pop colors. Like
yeah,
you call
Yeah,
the color, right?
correct. The exact pop colors. Yeah, this was my cool, street look.
This is show two, right?
Yeah, this is show two, yes. This is one of my least favorite ones. What did you think, Melissa?
I like this. I didn't. Have
I
a
think
problem
the
with it.
angle, but I love the colors on you.
I actually
the olive and
like
the
this
gold. Yeah, the olive and gold.
Yeah, and it complemented the furniture and everything. there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite ones. I really like this. This is a
Why?
Netflix
This,
show.
this is giving
Because-
carnival.
Yeah, I felt
Carnival
it
gets
really, the theme, because it was Nessa preppy and pretty on, and I felt I looked like I was about to go hang with them somewhere.
But you
Like a
couldn't get
backup
it- you couldn't get
dancer.
the full, you couldn't get the full effect sitting because
Yes.
it had a long
Train.
The train,
train, yes.
yes. This was,
This is what the
Casual.
ministers.
yes, correct. Cash.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Back to the color we all liked though. This
Yeah.
kind
Olive looks good on you.
I didn't like the outfit. I know that Navindra liked the pink, but
colours.
yeah.
You don't like it?
No.
Yeah, I just like colorful things.
Yeah, I like colorful things
Yeah.
because it brings
Yeah.
that whole Caribbean
But
vibe
do you
out.
notice in this picture, Ravi's, fierce look, the seductive look that
He's almost giving me duck mouth, right?
Yeah. yeah. Oh, Christmas.
Christmas was popping.
Yeah, Christmas
This
was
is a really
popping.
nice
This
outfit.
was, I like this one. And this is one of our local designers did this for me, actually. And so this was a really cool dress. It's a cool dress.
Goes well with your hair.
So this dress, guys,
Oh, boy.
my goodness. This is
Another
not
local
one,
designer.
but not one of Navindra's favorite. The dress in itself was lovely. But Navindra, what did you tell me about this dress?
So there's a box dress. And it was just, that was the only words that I could have
It's a
come to
shirt
mind
dress.
to describe it. But the problem is that sometimes things in reality does not translate well to TV in terms of fashion. And this is one of it
That's why I'm laughing so much, because I remember you were really excited that this shirt dress was so perfect.
It's an oversized blazer is what they call it. That is what it's called in the world of fashion, and it's very much on trend now.
I just remember
When
you were
Devendra said,
really
that don't
excited.
matter. It don't matter what's on trend.
I mean, the shape is not, it doesn't define your shape well.
Yes.
However, the colors look great.
The colors were fine except for when we went outside.
Yeah.
And then it blended in with the background.
Oh.
And I remember some
Funniest, keep it for the funniest moments. Let's move on. Oh boy, and there we have Nikki. Nikki's face is so full of expression.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I got some good talk for this outfit. I just want to tell you all because there was a lot of talk about this outfit. That's all I will say.
That's it.
They talk about stripes, diagonal, vertical. I don't know if it was in keeping with.
No, it wasn't that at all.
It wasn't that
at all.
Okay,
it wasn't anything that where there was stripes actually.
Okay, or nothing with the stripes.
No, nothing to do with the stripes. Nothing at all. Guys, you see how exciting the show is. You think there's more coming still. Your way. Don't go anywhere. Join us when we come back out to the break from One Talk.
Well done, Ravi. Right, so making a new song called Bam.
We're back on Pop with our recap show, and I am in one of my favorite segments. It's called Pot to Plate. Colin is here with me because we are going to reminisce a bit about the segments that we've had in past shows, and we have had some hilarious segments.
Over hilarious.
Woo! I tell you, the one that immediately comes to mind, the JW kitchen scene. That was, there were no words for that. And I mean, literally, do you recall? But I do recall because you were all at the sidelines laughing. We gave him a segment to do hors d'oeuvres with peanut butter, buljol. He had to prepare it. And he put a whole set of peanut butter and a little bit of buljol like that. And I, of course, had to taste it along with him. And there was so much peanut butter and there was nothing to drink. We started chewing.
And then started choking.
Yeah, because there was nothing we couldn't get it down. And we looking at each other and we don't know what to do with it.
And it's funny because I think people out there probably think you're exaggerate or whatever, but I remember inside it was no, they really
we were actually joking. So then we had no choice but to spit it out on camera because there was nowhere to
You
go
were
that.
in tears. You had to get the makeup touch up. Jason was in tears. Everyone on the set was in tears.
Except Devendra, he kept rolling in spite of what we were going through, our trauma. He kept rolling.
Capturing everybody's expression. Another one, kitchen segments. I think the kitchen segment with the ministers,
Gatsby Dolly and
Gatsby Dolly and I'm sorry. I think that was interesting.
That was that was interesting.
In that segment, Minister Webster admitted that she's not a fan of fruits
at all.
At all. She's like, I
and it showed.
Yeah, because she put the banana in the blender.
Literally. Yes, with skin. The challenge was to make a shake, and she put it with skin in the blender. So if you're thinking of ever getting her a gift, do not get a fruit basket. Is our advice to you.
So many great moments. I think the funny thing with this segment is that y'all may not know this. The crew, usually, we don't know what's going to happen in this segment. We kind of plan and we might say it might be a cocktail or it might be an hors d'oeuvre or something like that. But after that, it's kind of passed on to a key member of our team.
It's passed on. And in cahoots with her, we sort of design what's going to be the secret ingredient, if there will be one. And they only see it when they show up. They say, oh, this is what is happening. So.
And today, y'all tried that on us.
Yeah.
Thinking, because for this special show today, Penny did not tell anybody who was going to be doing the kitchen segment. So Penny and her secret accomplice, Keisha, from the production team.
Who is a props. She's about everything. She is PA. She is props manager. She's wiper, picker upper,
buffer, get backer. She does everything. She fills all the blanks that we all miss.
Mm-hmm.
So Keisha came today thinking that she was going to surprise one of us So she came and she laid out this beautiful spread with all of these great things, which I don't even know what they are because I usually don't know what they are. And then, Penny, you sort of threw a curveball.
I did. I said, Keisha, you're I'm going to challenge you in the kitchen today. And Keisha, we should have captured her expression on camera. So Keisha is going to be in the segment today, in our pot to plate segment. And I just want to say, and it's so great, Colin, because I'm standing next to you and we know we're probably going to consume this, that Pop is a safe zone, and it has been a safe zone since we started in the midst of the pandemic. But it's pretty cool that now, the cast and crew vaccinated, that we can enjoy,
getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Enjoy being
and
close
then
to
us,
each other.
still of course masking when we're out and sanitizing and so on. But it's really cool that we can have our own bubble in our safe zone. So along with Keisha, here's the other surprise.
What's the other
Ready for the other surprise? The person who's challenging Keisha in today's pot to plate is Jono. And Jono is a member of our technical team. Some of you may know him. Jono has some of the most hilarious videos on TikTok with hundreds of thousands of views. So Jono is a man who can't cook.
He can't cook, but he cooks everything.
But he cooks. And alarmingly so, but you need to go on TikTok and check out the videos. So we are putting them in the kitchen. This is where they come in. So let's get them in here. Keisha, Julian, Rock. And Jono, we only call him by a one name, Jono. That's all you need to know. Check him out on TikTok. So guys, we are making some hors d'oeuvres today. And before you have a little, eggs, some ketchup, some jam, a little seasoning there, pimentos, the egg yolk, corned beef, some French mustard, your crushed pepper, your salt, your seasoning. And let me just get this here, Keish. This is your smoked herring pepper sauce, Sassy Dragon. But you know what? Because it's pop, we never leave it there. So just let me go this way because I have a secret ingredient for you. And
I hope it's cheese.
In honor of one of our sponsors from season 1, who was a feature in the kitchen segment, you have to add Stamina Recovery Mixed Berry to whatever you're doing here. Take it away, guys.
Penny, first of all, I'll say it's a very unfair advantage because Keisha is the one who did all of this for us.
Keisha doesn't have a clue.
She's doing a wonderful job every show.
No, Keisha doesn't have a clue. Keisha was thrown into a tailspin when she realized it was her. So, Jono,
Keisha's been
I have faith in you, Jono. I have faith in you. Take it away.
You have a lot more faith in me than...
Right.
Wow. Where do we start? Keisha? Annie?
Well,
you're the one who's normally set up all of these things, so I don't know where to start.
Because we're a team, right?
I
so what is it you're going to do? What are you going to decide? You have to decide your base first. Your base will either be corned beef. What you're going to do with your base? That's multigrain. Fix.
Right.
Give a little bite. All right, so.
So do we have to use this? Right. Okay. So let me some of these things here.
All right.
Oh, good. No, a little of the jam on it, so you have to,
That's not jam, that's hot sauce.
Hot sauce? You never eat?
That,
nah, man.
Yeah. That's your inside, not mine.
Boy. A stump, yes?
Yeah.
Where's the screens in here?
That is cilantro.
Cilantro? Nah, man, when you're not, we use bandana. Where the bandana? I want some bandana.
It have pimentos and it have cilantro. That's what it have. You're going to use that.
That's cilantro.
It's the ingredients they gave you. You can't decide what it is you want.
In the backyard.
That is the ingredients they gave. You can't decide what you want as a challenge. Use what it have or don't use any.
Right. I will, I find Keisha buffing me like...
I'm not buffing anybody.
I said, this is...
Wait.
You know?
I am getting an opportunity to buff somebody. Wait, just now, wait.
Relishing
moment.
Relishing moment. When I just do things, I just had to overdo it. So I gotta put a little bit more.
Take a good dose of
sassy jargon.
A little bit more than that. More than that. There, let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's take this away.
Jesus.
I think I'm not gonna try this one.
No, I think you are going to try that one.
This one?
Yeah. Help us.
Yes.
Help us.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot this is?
Let's see how
Find
red
out.
Jono can get.
You
Let's
will
see.
find out, Jono.
It's not the first time, man. I'm my first rodeo with this kind of...
All right. And he's shaking. Look at the coloring. Look at the coloring. It's raising. Yeah.
Nah, man, me nah,
Little
man.
red. Little honey red. Yeah. Yeah.
But wait for it.
Wait, the coloring.
Wait for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is not going to come because I am a pepper mouth.
Oh, okay then. Well, take win.
Go drink.
Take, Keisha, so you know, guys, when I told you to use the secret ingredient, drinking it straight was not what I had in mind, but I see you all had a different interpretation. Keisha,
I put
so
inside
Keisha,
here.
what is this?
This is happy time.
Happy time, yes?
Yes. For parents, you know, when the kids bothering you and you're looking to get something for them to eat, happy time. You can allow them to come with you and make something to eat. Happy time.
It just sounds like she could be a good do an ad. Happy time. But why don't you make yourself happy and try it out yourself?
I make too, you know.
Nah, I go take one. I go take one.
Jono in solidarity.
Cheers.
All right, let's do this.
Make sure it don't have nothing inside.
It have stuff in it. It tastes nice.
And with nothing to put in on.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
I just I'll try boy, Keisha boy.
Guys, I'm just so happy that for once I do not have to try anything. You two have been great sports. Keisha, drink something. Drink something.
Robin.
We'll be right back.
No, but yes, I'm not supposed to bring the doubles. I come in. No, I just stopped by Penny to do a show.
I hope you're looking like a camera.
The on set right now, flicky with the cameras rolling. Yes, I want Penny on point. Penny in the back there, Penny. Look the whole crew in the back there. Let's say, oh yo.
Bring some food from that place or wash.
I cannot bring anything.
I leave a bowl in the car so you can bring
Yeah, I
some
know
food.
you leave a favorite bowl in the car, but I'm not leaving here with anything, alright? I'm doing an interview right now. I will
tell
call
Penny,
you
I say
back.
hello.
And we're back on Pop, and we are sharing some of our best moments of the past season with you. I've invited again on set our director, Navindra Habukhan, Cindy Ann Currency, and Colin Graves. Because, guys, when I look back and I think of some of the funniest moments that we've had, and there have been so many.
Many.
And
Cindy, what's one of yours?
Two things. So I remember the show we had, Rody, and you had them in the kitchen segment and they had to make a cocktail. And it was the first time he had brought like liquor and stuff.
Yeah.
And for every time, he just picked up the drink. Okay, this is White Oak. I'm just going to drink that. And instead of mixing it into the actual drink, he just kept drinking the White Oak on the side. And I was just like, what kind of thing is this? Meanwhile, Daniel is super, super serious, right? Because he's a mixologist. Yeah. So I think if we had like shakers and thing there, he would have just like, I was like, he realized this is just like fun, right? So Rody was having a lot of fun and Daniel was very serious. I think Daniel ended up winning the challenge.
Yeah.
But I remember that it was really hilarious.
Navindra, what was yours?
There's so many. I mean, we laugh at every single episode because the whole premise of the show is that we try to keep everything secret.
Yes.
And all the bloopers that happen, anything that happens on set, we leave it in the show.
Yeah.
We hardly ever cut things out and we leave everything in. But for me, one of the most hilarious episodes was when we had Kessan and Hans.
Yeah.
And they were in the kitchen. And Hans was trying to do what he wanted to do. And because we were trying to keep it in the COVID protocols and not and not contaminate anybody else's own, he opened one of the stamina bottles and he took a sip from it. And because he took a sip from it, he can't use it in the meal. So he asked for another one. Keisha, our production person, diligent as she is, she comes running in on the ground on all fours, which is, you can't see on camera, but she is there running in on all fours and then handing Hans a drink like this. And that was so hilarious. Everybody in the room burst out in laughter.
But you mentioned that, but Keisha is known for that. She repeats it almost every show.
Yeah,
we have a Keisha moment.
Keisha, where? She's a pair whenever he does something.
And
Fizzy.
a little stamina.
We all actually remember that Keisha, there was a time when, even in the kitchen segments, because Keisha is always arranging, we either see Keisha's bag and eventually have to move finger, Keisha, move your bag. Keisha, I can see you. Keisha, move.
So she just stopped coming in at all. She just stay in the car and just go in a separate room altogether.
To the point where Keisha and Navendra, because there was always that Keisha's husband couldn't wait to see who is this Navendra who is always telling Keisha to move.
But fortunately, I knew her husband before they even met.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Your funniest moment.
Gosh. The list is long, but my ultimate funniest moment, I go back to that Nikki Crosby, Penelope Spencer episode when you spit your water out.
Rita, okay? Yeah, swallow all of that water, okay? Wanting you to swallow all. Don't be drowning here because they're going to feel you drowning in the That's it.
All over your clothes, wet up the people's floor, wet up everything.
Wet up her pants.
Wet up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think that was the episode when I laughed out and the video was like, no, you're not in the show. So, that episode had so many funny moments. But I think just you trying to hold in the water. And because even in the lead up to that, and if you remember the first time, Nikki, because we drank the water, so you were there going, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, oops, I drank the water already." And then the second time she cheated and she drank the water again, and she kind of just filled back her mouth. And it just had so much like great moments in that episode. But I think when you spit the water all over yourself, I think that was one of I was in tears.
Funny. That was funny.
You know.
We've also had some tearjerkers.
Yeah.
And particularly when we look at the Pop Vox, because when we do the Pop Vox, guys, I don't think it's one thing people go out there, and a lot of times we have entertainers, we have public figures, they may be politicians, they may just be people of interest, but they don't, I think hearing people talk about them, it really means a lot, and we see the impact. So if you watch me, for instance, during those segments, I am watching them to see their reaction, and that has become such a really emotive segment for me. I'm going to start with my favorite one, because to me, we could not have, even though we knew that he's emotional, well, sorry, I shouldn't say emotional, that he's in touch with his emotions. Let me say it like that. When Farmer Nappy started to cry, especially it was leading up, he was getting more, and you saw it building. You saw the emotions building. And by the time it got to Machel talking about him, it was like, I mean, I swear it was like, a river was just coming out of him. He had to get the cushion and put him back. And then, and on the set, we were just, again, all like, we felt like crying. Of course, Navendra was there, stone face, making sure that he caught it.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I know Farmer is very emotional when it comes to a lot of things, especially when it comes to Machel. So, and me, myself, being part of Farmer's management team, I know it very well.
He put in a plug there for Farmer. You notice how skillfully he did that?
I know it very well. So when we did the Pop Vox, I edited that and structured it in such a way so that the emotions keep climaxing until we reach the Machel. And I left
it was Navendra.
And I left a gap when the public finished to make it seem that it ended. And then boom, Machel came on. And once Machel came on, it was Waterworks.
Yes.
Waterworks.
Go straight in the kitchen, grab my pot and then start beating, you hear me?
So Farmer is one of my longest standing friends. I met him the first day I was moving to Siparia.
Navendra is also the editor of the show. He's not just a director, not just a pretty face directing. He's editing as well too. So yeah, I'm tearjerker for you.
I think the Nadia Batson episode.
No, that was mine.
Because one, it was the first show.
Nadia is very emotional too.
Yes.
Nadia is very emotional, especially when it comes to her fans.
Right, and it came from her fans, and it was the first show, so none of us knew what to expect. And because we all kind of figured we would get people emotional, but I think actually, like when we see tears, we kind of all go, yes.
Yeah.
So that was my first like.
Yeah, but I'm looking fat, me pocket fat. I'm telling you, how me papa looking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just remember, Nadia, anything could happen on Pop. Anything can pop up on Pop.
All you mustn't do with these things, man. Come on.
Not that we aim to make people cry, it just sort of happens.
Yeah, so I was like,
Except Navindra, that is.
Because
No, because you see the whole premise of the show is to see people from a different perspective.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
normal.
and to get it real.
Yeah,
But
to get it
Nadia's-
real.
In Nadia's, her Vox Pop, people actually singing her songs, and
Yeah.
like they were, and I know the Vox Pops have been very challenging,
Boy.
but people were happy to talk about Nadia, and so
Yeah.
she was so relieved and overjoyed when she.
So
saw
as
it.
you said that, sorry, Penny, the video about these vox pops
About
and them
these
being
vox
Not talk about the Vox Pops.
and them being challenging.
And just so people understand, normally in TV land, you call it Pop Vox. Vox Pop,
Vox Pop.
which is voice of the population. We turned it around on Pop to say Pop Vox instead. Poppin' voices. So, yes.
And those have been harder than you all would think to get done.
Yeah.
Because you guys are camera shy.
Not only that, I blame Daniel for this. I blame Daniel.
What you know.
Daniel is accustomed going out there in the streets and making fun of people, just poking fun at people in a soft way, and people are afraid of
cameras,
of being on camera. The population, for those who have seen it, they would think that we're going to make fun of them.
Yeah.
But this time it's serious. So going out there in Port of Spain or wherever we go in the country, and we try to interview people to get their voice or their opinion of whoever their favorite personality is or whoever the guest is on the show, it's always a challenge. And we would have to try to stop
30 people.
Not even 30, 50 to 60 people.
To get 5.
Just to be able to get 5
and it's
to
poor
10.
Keisha. I'm sure we have
I
some
did
picture
one.
or something with Keisha there, and poor
we
Keisha
do.
standing up there, practically hoping somebody will come away
and
and
not only that, people see you with this microphone, holding this microphone, and these smart ones will see you from a distance and they will cross the street.
Don't be afraid of us, guys. We just want to hear some really cool stuff about the guests that we are going to preview. Most competitive moment.
Oh gosh. Well, I knew everybody. I think unanimous decision here.
Unanimous, for sure.
Sergeant Alexander and
Superintendent Alexander, pardon me.
Superintendent
Yes.
Alexander and
Athalia.
former Miss World TNT, Athalia Samuel.
Yeah.
That episode was, and the thing is, I don't think they ever met each other before, correct?
Nope.
But they both turned on the heat in every single
and
element of
and
the
they
show.
would not give up. So we were trying to wrap up on a few occasions, and they were not having it. No, I can do better. And poor Navindra was there saying, "Oh, but we need to end." And nobody could see it.
Carnival Monday night.
Monday night.
Well, first off, you have never seen me on Carnival Monday, so you ain't gonna see
all
it.
right. You're gonna get the licks of 96.
Wow, woo, that is not licks to get in.
You considering the feet?
That's all.
Because it's only a half. The show is only 45 minutes long. So you have to.
She has a man, big long chain and big slave band. She has a
What is that, sir?
man, big long chain and big slave band.
And eventually I had to tell him, but the show it's only for an hour. I'm sorry.
And it was everything. It was the kitchen. It was even talking on top of each other. It was the push-ups,
yes,
the
correct.
exercises,
Yes,
the burpees.
yes, everything.
The dances. And it was every single
It
element.
was every single
But the
thing.
energy was
But the energy was
off the
great.
charts, off the charts, really. And guys, you know what we also have to be thankful for? With the premise of the show, we go to homes across Trinidad and Tobago, and we've been really lucky to get some realtors on board with us. And, we want to say thanks to you that we're able to really feature various parts of Trinidad and Tobago, just homes across Trinidad and Tobago. And they've been good to us. Thank you very much. You want to say anything?
I also want to say, guys, if you have a really nice house and you want us to come shoot it, drop us a line. Like, we're always looking
popmediatt@gmail.com.
Yeah, we're always looking for great homes across
Yeah.
TNT to feature. So if you know you have a real nice living room, or you just did over your kitchen, and maybe you have a third party house, drop us a line. We definitely want to
And you're in the market for sale or rental, just contact us. We're going to get you out there.
As well as realtors that would cooperate with us and,
yes,
not make their presence felt. We miss you.
That's true. Recap later.
I think we will wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up, guys. When we come back, you know what? We've been putting people on the spot with all these challenges and games. When we come back, I test some of the cast and see how great their skills are with a game. Stay tuned.
I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. And I go work it properly. I wanna sign my signature, cross my T's, yeah. Cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume is flawless, suitable, diverse, reliable. If you're hiring, I just want to go to work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work.
We're back on Pop with some additional cast members, crew members. And I really need to point out that if you look to the ground here, this is Nicholas. This is our sound guy. Nicholas is a friendly neighborhood sound guy because Nicholas is just about all over the place. That's right. And you can normally find him with pants on with little pieces of tape all over. That's the tape that he's taping on the mic onto. So Nicholas, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of Pop. And this is Shaquille. Shaquille is also part of the technical team. And you already met Keisha and Melissa. Now, you know that we always challenge people on Pop with these games. And I always feel sorry for them because they're like, oh my goodness, I don't know how this trivia. I probably know the answer if I wasn't under pressure on set. So we're going to turn the tables and put the crew under pressure so they know what it feels like. So we're going to play Do Say That. And if you watched some of our earlier shows last season, you know that we played Do Say That quite a lot. And they've gifted us now, the creators of Do Say That, with the actual Do Say That and with Do Say That music. So we thought that we would just play that just in this last segment of Pop. So everyone has their card. So let's start with Keisha.
Okay, so I am doing artists. So you're going to have to guess who my artists are. I have an easy clue. 3 gentlemen. It was
Free Canal. I'm good at this.
That was quick.
Yo.
All right, so I have mix and mashup, and it's a genre. I could say that much.
Mix.
Mm-hmm.
Soca?
The Lord Kitchener.
Calypso.
Easy.
Okay.
Done.
What?
That was
Yes,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Penny cheated. Penny saw the cards before or something.
I did not. Okay, let's go, Nicholas.
What's the tune?
Yeah. What's that tune?
So let's see. Would you like to join in? Would you like to join the song?
Sing it.
I am here. Oh God.
Yeah, Nicholas, is that kind of show you have to sing?
Would you like to join the song? All right, here. Happy in the motherland.
I think I'm going to give up as well, too. Is there more?
More clues.
On key this time? Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Go on your sweet voice. Go on your sweet voice.
All right. Mama, would you like to, Mama, would you like to join me in the song? I am here happy in the motherland, darling, for the Christmas. You have my son with me, with the real jumpy.
What?
I don't know.
Ooh, okay, all right.
And then you have to sing.
Yeah, but we had to sing what because we had the key.
we don't have the key, we don't have the lock, we don't have many things.
I give me another clue. I ain't giving up yet. Give me another clue. Anything.
That's all I have. That's all I have. That's all.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I feel we need to end this one here. What is the answer though?
And would you
hint, or they have a hint, sorry. We have a hint. The hint is drink a rum and
I drink a rum and a bunch of cream. I drink a rum.
Let's say Christmas. It sounded Christmas.
Yes.
I knew that.
gosh.
I say Scrunch, but
Hint. Give us that hint ever since. Okay,
I
good.
Christmas.
You're not good at this game.
No, I'm
and
not.
you can't sing.
Yes.
Wow.
Shaquille, you went already, Melissa.
Okay. I have artists. This is a local senior Calypsonian. He's still alive. And we could akin him to Marshall Montano back in the 1930s. Back in the 1930s.
Lord Kitchener.
He dead.
Oh, sorry.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. All right, Keisha. You got one. Okay, now me. This is Bus the Tune, and that's CHUNE, just, for people out there, tune. So I have to sing this. Look how the sun now raising up, And the crowd now
Country
runs.
ballad.
Yes,
sing it.
correct.
Yeah.
What's the name of the song?
sorry.
What's the name of the song?
No. We have to sing the line after.
What is the name of the song? And you have to sing the line after.
Who I have to say?
Differentology?
Differentology. What's the line that comes after that? After the crowd now waking up. Look how the sun now raising up. And the crowd now waking up. Waking up. Yeah.
Atmosphere have vibes.
What?
The atmosphere have vibes.
Atmosphere have vibes. And?
That's all again for me.
Okay, listen, that was pretty good. Okay. I'm going to do one more. This is a song. Okay. Because what do...
Kilmer.
Makes you stronger.
Very good, guys. Good, guys.
High
five. Okay, well done. Okay, artists. The blue-eyed daughter of an Irish father and Afro-Trinidadian mother. I can't believe you're not getting that. I'm disappointed. How many people are blue-eyed daughter?
Denny's Plumber.
Yes, correct. Well done. I noticed that the guys over here not like. They're not,
One chance.
they're not even like. Okay, song. Last one.
Last one.
Right, we get this one again?
Right. Yeah. Try and bring this one home. Bring it home first. Who God bless, do put asunder. If you don't believe that this is true, meet
Jamaica.
What?
This was too easy.
What is that?
Nicholas, stick to sound.
It's not Super Blue.
Shaquille.
I don't have an answer for you. I do it.
Meet Super Blue.
Yes.
I was right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay, one more. You can redeem yourself for this one. Jeez,
All right.
try. Yeah.
All right.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We're rooting for you. Out a body, back to yourself now.
Masha.
Marsha.
Oh boy, I love vibes, Marshall.
Okay, and this is why we keep them behind the scenes, and this is why we have, because there's no excitement. They do what they do best behind the cameras. But guys, thank you for being great sport. Nicholas, who is, like I said to you, everywhere, making sure that we all sound great. We always have some great giveaways on the show as well. And Nicholas really fell in love with a particular thing. Every show, he be asking me for a particular something. So Nicholas, I decided that this show, I would gift this to you. And this is the Sassy Dragon. He's asked me for this about 3 times. And I said, no, Nicholas, it's for our guests. It's for our guests for season 2. But Nicholas, I thought I wanted to say thank you very much because Nicholas has become close to me because Nicholas has to mic me. So, the mic has to go. Yeah, various places. So Nicholas knows me well. So Nicholas, in honor of our relationship, I want to gift you this.
Pepper sauce of all things.
Yes, thank you. I shall have many, many moments of pepper.
Hotness. You're gonna
Happy and happy mornings.
with your Sassy Dragon pepper sauce, your smoke herring pepper sauce at that, guys. But whether it's smoke herring, whether it's buljol, whether it is corned beef, whether we're doing a shake, it has been great having a team like, Nicola, Shaquille, Melissa, Keisha, Colin, Kimmy isn't on the show with us today. Cindy Ann, Navindra, Jono. This is what it takes to have KD, who is also couldn't make it today either. But this is what it takes. This is a team that brings you pop every week, and we hope that while we are just coming into your living rooms or wherever you are watching us, that we're putting a smile on your face. We're making these moments and this reality that we're all in a little bit lighter and giving you something to take away a little moment in your quiet time just to reflect and just to bust a laugh, so to speak. So thank you for allowing us into your living rooms, and thank you for popping with us. See you the next time on Pop. Bye, guys. kind of tape, this kind of bogus tape that you have, we need to get you some tape for Christmas.